Thank you, Tim. Happy Friday, everybody, and welcome into another edition of the ABC9 SportsZone alongside Alex Walker. I'm Chris Palmquist, and what a bunch of games we have lined up for you tonight.
That's right. We'll check out action from Norfolk, Mapleton, and Ottawa. We'll find out whether East could sweep Heelan this season, and we'll see if the Muskies could win their third straight. But we start with the game of the night in all of Iowa.
They don't get much better than fourth-ranked Spirit Lake taking on #1 Western Christian. Now, back in December, the Wolfpack dominated the Indians, winning by 30 on the road. Would it be more of the same tonight, or could Spirit Lake return the favor? Early on, Spirit Lake's Billy Brown, he's heading to North Dakota because he can do stuff like that. That ties things up early. But Taylor Niedema blows by his defender on the other end. Wolfpack go up 4. The Indians respond with the Iowa commit, Ryan Kriener, hoop and the heck. Spirit Lake gets within 2. Then Jake Hitritter, open in the corner, he knocks it down. The Indians take the lead on the road, but here come the Wolfpack. Tyson Koima answers with a 3 of his own. WC storms back in front by 4. Then Niedema shows off his range as well. Western Christian, they're #1 for a reason. 73-54, the final. A huge matchup in the girls' game as well. The Wolfpack newly minted at #1 this week. Right out of the half, Macy Smith gets position on the low block. The Indians trail by a dozen, though. And it got worse from there. Nobody checks up on Peyton Harmson. She makes them pay. Wolfpack up 40-20. Smith trying to keep her team in it, gets the defender in the air, drives to the basket, but the deficit now 25. On the other end, Carson Winterfeld with the feed into Ashton Verbeek down low. Too easy. Wolfpack roll and get the sweep, 74-32. A lot of times when East and Heelan meet on the hardwood, it's for the Missouri River Conference crown.
That's not the case tonight, but that doesn't mean there would be any letdown in the rivalry. The Black Raiders won by 12 in the pit 5 weeks ago. The Crusaders looking to return the favor. Opening quarter, East strikes first. Connor Morrell, he finished with a game-high 30. Raiders take the early lead. Next East possession, Elijah Hayskamp picks off the pass, goes the length of the court delay, and Heelan ties it up. But the Raiders break it open. Jalen Reese sticks the J. East goes on an 8-0 run. Then Heelan settles down. Tyrese Peck, the spin cycle, hits the jumper. This one was back and forth, and it went to overtime with the home team coming out on top. Aiden Vanderloo and 1. East wins 78-70. On the north side, the Stars looking for the season sweep of West. Late first half, Al Tillo spots up and hits the deep triple. North up 37-21 at halftime. To the third quarter we go. James King hits the easy jumper. Wolverines starting to close that gap. Then it's Marquise Bowden, top of the key. The triple is pure. West cuts the lead to 6. But North has Tavian Williams, and he can do stuff like that.
Goodness gracious.
Let's eat. North holds on for the narrow 71-68 win.
I'll go out on a limb and say we'll see that on Monday on the ABC9 Top Plays. We have to take a quick time out. Can you do that one more time?
Nope.
All right.
One time only.
When we come back, we'll head back up to Hull. We'll see if the Boyden Hull Comets could win their 12th straight. Please stay with us.
Hey, welcome back to Sports Zone. From 2009 to 2014, Northwest Iowa owned the state when it came to Class 1A basketball.
Siouxland was home to 6 straight state champions, including 2 title teams from Boyden Hull and 1 from West Lyon. Wouldn't you know it? The Wildcats and Comets squared off tonight up in Hull. We pick things up in the second quarter. Dalton Mosier fights through the contact, draws the foul. The Comets break a 17-all tie. West Lyon found a rhythm, though. Colin Snyder, money on the corner triple. They trail, though, 29-22. Then it's Colton Haig hitting from the top of the key. Wildcats down just 6 at this point. But Boyden Hull had success attacking the rack. Jamison Teslaw hits the deck hard, but he finishes to go up 8. Then Jacob Schaefer, another old-fashioned three-point play. Comets win it 80-56. Unity Christian saw its 40-game winning streak come to an end last Saturday. They hosted Hinton tonight. They had some pent-up frustration. Anna Keel, the long outlet to Alyssa Fetters. They go up 6-0. Then check out the defense. Anna Keel sends it into next week.
Ouch.
She's pumped up, and rightfully so. And it was this kind of night for Hinton. Kaylee Burke gets a block, but Unity recovers it and finds Shanna Zomerman outside wide open. She knocks down the triple. They would lead it 29-1 midway through the second. Hinton's Laura Brighton finally stops the drought for the Blackhawks, but Unity Christian has no trouble. They win it 60-28.
Fifth-ranked Kingsley Pearson on the road tonight to take on West Monona. First quarter, Marina Keck drives baseline, pulls up in the paint, and gets at the drop to put the Lady Panthers on the board. Then a couple of minutes later, KP up by 4. Sierra Gossage gets the steal for the Spartans. Ahead to Bella Scholl for the contested lay-in. But the Lady Panthers answer. It's Abby Sitzman. Sets up at the top of the key and drills the three-pointer to widen KP's lead to 5. Then later, great high-low action, great execution. Allison Bailey, the hoop and the harm. Panthers win.
Thanks a lot, Abby.
They get the job done, 53-31.
Westwood climbed up 2 spots to 11th in the latest poll. They were in Mapleton for a rivalry game. Fourth quarter, they're up by 25. Kara Dries gets the ball inside, 2 of her 19. After that, lay-in. MVAO doing what they can to chip into the deficit. Emily Thunderman connects from way downtown. Cuts that lead to 24, but Westwood showing that power. Look at the Bernie.
Let's party.
Showing its power inside. Kaylee Smith gets the board and the putback. Lady Rams, though, they're going to fight until the end. Thunderman on the fast break. She goes in for the layup, but just too large of a gap to close. Lady Rebs win it 46-24. They win the Western Valley Conference.
In the boys matchup, the Rams just outside the top 10 this week. First quarter, Juan De La Garza with the long 2-pointer to start the game out. Then it's Andrew O'Neill with the sweet finger roll and the harm. The Rams, they jump out to a quick 5-0 lead.
Fear the glasses, baby.
Fear the rec specs. But here come the running Rebs. Zach Allen, nothing but net on the 3-ball to cut it to a 2-point deficit. Back and forth throughout the quarter with 3 seconds left. It's Allen calling bank and making the deposit for 3. The Rams only up 2 after the first, but they pull away to win it, 60-32. Out to Nebraska, Wahoo and Norfolk Catholic. Cody Ronfelt and Tanner Schaefer shot this for us for our SportsZone partners at NECC. First quarter, Jake Ruzicka to Cameron Quick for Wahoo. The Warriors get on the board. Later in the quarter, great 1-2 action between Miles Verbka and Matt Miller. NC strikes back. Then it's Billy Hancock of Wahoo to Jake Ruzicka. Back to Hancock for the 3-point bucket. A lot of teamwork going on there, and they would keep it up. It's Hancock. The dime to Will Shanahan hits the jumper. They come out on top, 72-39. And the same matchup on the girls' side. Cody Ronfelt and Tanner Schaefer also got this game for us. Fourth quarter, Lady Knights trying to inbound the ball, but it's Wahoo's Mallory Lindstrom finishing it off for the deuce. Then a few minutes later, Maddie Love attacks the rack to extend the Knights' lead. Then it's Bailey Ellers for Norfolk Catholic, the steal, and the contested layup, uncontested layup on the other side. Great coast to coast. Wahoo, though, would bounce back. Taryn Sheff to Shelby Milliken for the quick layup. But the Knights had no problem in this one. They win it 56-39.
One note, the Musketeers on the road in Lincoln tonight. It's a game they're going to want to try to put behind them as quickly as possible. They lose by a touchdown and an extra point. 7-0, the Stars over the Musketeers. They're off the rest of this weekend, back in action with 3 games in 3 days next weekend, including their first game at the Tyson. That's on Sunday afternoon in nearly a month.
All right.
That'll do it for sports. Elisa will join us with one last check of the forecast after the break.